Hi guys, I'm Kat and today we are talking about yet another true crime case. I'll also be doing my makeup and I'll also be translating a word from Romanian into English for you. So let's start with the word in Romanian. Chirurg. 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 Well done guys, you just said surgeon. So before we get started, so you know what I find really annoying each time that I'm watching a true crime case on YouTube, a video, and not only a true crime but YouTube videos in general, I find it so annoying, like extremely annoying, all those introduction clips at the beginning of each video. I'm like, oh my god, just get to the point already, you know, those intro clips, they are like 2 minutes long, 3 minutes long, sometimes 5-6 minutes long. So yeah, I think that by this point I'm also making an intro, but I promise you that this is the last time I'm doing it, because looking at myself and how I find it annoying, I was thinking that perhaps a lot of you who are watching my videos find this particular thing quite annoying. So I have decided from now on I'm not gonna have any kind of intro in a video. It's just going to be short and sweet, and let's just get straight to the point. Obviously I'm still going to keep going with the translation of Romanian words in English. And also another thing which I find extremely annoying in those videos is all the time at the beginning of the video, if you like this channel, please subscribe, share, like, bring awareness, blah blah, all these kind of things. So again, maybe you've noticed I haven't been asking anybody to subscribe or to like the video, to share the video or whatever. And I have also decided that apart from me not mentioning this from now on at all, I'll also not be showing any kind of icon on the screen throughout the video, like a subscribe button or, you know, a like button or a share button, because I personally find these things annoying when I'm watching videos. So I'm thinking that if I as a viewer find these things annoying, then probably other viewers who are watching my videos find the same things annoying. So okay, let's just start, shall we? I mean, I have a question really. What is wrong with people? Seriously, I'm more and more astonished by the day. And today I'm venturing yet again into the awkwardness of name pronunciation, because today's case takes us to Germany. Now, the man that we are talking about today is known as the German 50 Shades of Grey character Christian Grey, or even Dr. Coke Penis. Yes, you heard that right. Yes, we are getting into one of those videos again. 38-year-old Yvonne M. was a loving mother to her son, and she was a gorgeous woman who used to be a hairdresser and lived with her husband and their child in Halberstadt in the East German state of Saxony-Anhalt, a city 60 miles outside of Hanover. We don't have a lot of background information, so I do apologize for the lack of details that I usually like to have in my videos. Yvonne suffered with tendonitis, which is the swelling of a tendon, a thick cord attaching a muscle to a bone. This condition can cause joint pain and stiffness as well. So Yvonne naturally looked for help to treat her condition, and that's how she ended up at Amios Clinic for Plastic, Aesthetic and Hand Surgery in Halberstadt, where she was treated by the head physician Andreas David Niederbichler, who operated on her twice, promising to heal her. Now everything should have gone smoothly, right? She had operations performed by a top German doctor, and he did what normally doctors do, help their patients, right? But as it turns out, 42-year-old Dr. Andreas had some really perverted sexual fantasies, and he was really looking for a sexual partner who would be more compliant to his deluded ideas. According to various accounts, Andreas and Yvonne met at the hospital where she had treatment, or they met on a dating website. It's not very clear. Oh my god, this is so much black here. Yes, Yvonne was married. She had a husband, but for a reason unknown to us, Yvonne and her doctor ended up in a relationship. Yvonne's friend even said that she was so smitten with Andreas that she planned to actually go ahead and divorce her husband to be with the doctor. The friend said that Andreas was like Christian Grey from 50 Shades of Grey to her. Yvonne had a long-running affair with the doctor and she actually trusted him completely. During one of their sexual encounters in February 2018, Yvonne was performing oral stuff on his private area, but very soon after, something really weird happened. After she had done it, she became short of breath and collapsed, losing her life. An autopsy later determined that Yvonne died of cocaine overdose. The thing is, Yvonne didn't take this drug during their encounter. It turns out that actually Andreas spiked his genital area. Yes, he spiked his genital area with cocaine, getting the cocaine under his foreskin, and of course, considering that Yvonne was performing oral on his area, she ingested the cocaine, which led to an overdose. We know that cocaine can bring on feelings of euphoria, increased alertness, and can result in hypersensitivity to outside stimuli, but the most immediate danger associated with this drug is overdose. Cocaine causes the heart rate to increase, which can then result in heart problems. Elevated blood pressure is also common, another factor that can lead to serious health complications. Physical and psychological symptoms of cocaine overdose include elevated heart rate, a rising body temperature, pain in the chest, tremors, panicked feelings, anxiety, delirium, paranoia, and others. These symptoms will become very important later on in the video. It's very important to recognize any potential indicators of an overdose, as time is actually a crucial factor in a situation like this. Cocaine is one of the more serious stimulants available, mainly because of the potential for overdose leading to death, which can happen from a multitude of complications including heart attack, seizure, and stroke. And I'm really struggling here to understand how was it that Andreas, being a doctor, didn't recognize that something was just not right with Yvonne after doing the act on him, because she must have shown some kind of signs that she was overdosing. After Yvonne's death, Andreas was arrested, being accused of putting cocaine on his private parts without Yvonne's knowledge, but Andreas maintained that she was an experienced cocaine user and she also knew that there was cocaine on his genital area, and she agreed with doing it. Andreas has been accused of grievous bodily harm resulting in death, and he actually went on trial for this. In 2019, he was found guilty of 3 counts of rape and 1 count of grievous bodily harm resulting in the death. He was jailed for 9 years, which I don't even want to touch this, that's hardly enough for the loss of life. But during this trial, more information came to light. As it turns out, there was a pattern to Andreas. Yvonne wasn't the only victim that he did this to. During the investigation, other victims were discovered, so I think that it's safe to assume that Yvonne didn't know about the cocaine on his genital area. The doctor pulled similar stunts before with 3 other women between September 2015 and February 2018. He is believed to have put cocaine on his penis while being with at least 2 other women, but luckily these 2 other women didn't lose their lives. He also secretly put cocaine in glasses of champagne, lipstick, and even in toothpaste. He wanted to make the women more compliant to his sexual requests. Several victims reported being lightheaded after seeing him. One of his victims twice crashed her car after unknowingly taking cocaine during sex sessions. Another woman lost consciousness completely from nervous twitches. So you can clearly see here that these are symptoms of someone having cocaine in their system, as I went through the symptoms at the beginning of the video. But during the trial, Andreas claimed that Yvonne was aware he put a line of cocaine on his genitals, but the German court rejected his claim. During the trial, it was also revealed that Andreas used the internet to meet other women for sex. He appealed the initial sentence, but it was rejected. And I believe it was in 2021 that the court in Magdeburg, Germany, ruled that Andreas must pay 13,280 euros, or the equivalent of 11,500 pounds, to medical insurers IKK Gesund Plus, who paid for Yvonne's treatment before she passed away. Andrea's lawyers had previously refused to pay in an earlier case, claiming that Yvonne had taken the cocaine voluntarily. But now that the civil court found him responsible for Yvonne's death, he was ordered to pay the claim from medical insurers. It was also in 2021 that Andreas was faced with a new wrongful death lawsuit brought by Yvonne's husband and son. They were seeking a total of £25,000, £8,750 each as a survivor's benefit, and a further £7,500 to cover the funeral costs. But Andreas refused to pay the money. He was attempting to prove he's not criminally responsible for Yvonne's death, but he already had his case thrown out after he appealed, and Andreas didn't present any new evidence that would force the Court of Appeal to look at the case again. Now I'm covered in glitter all over my face. Whilst during his initial trial for Yvonne's death, at the advice of his legal team, he stayed silent, after this new lawsuit, Andreas has decided to break his silence and deny being responsible for Yvonne's death, which I'm not sure is such a great idea because the evidence against him speaks otherwise, and his appeal was also rejected, so I think he's just kind of digging himself a deeper grave here. So anyway, he said that, quote, "I was looking for a special kick and they took part," end of quote. He also described Yvonne as an experienced cocaine user who knew what she was getting into. Speaking about his trial, he said it was a mistake to stay silent, a move he had taken on the advice of his lawyers because it meant the judge only heard the women's accounts of events. He also denied drugging 3 other women after the court was told he had again laced his intimate area with cocaine during oral, vaginal and anal sex with 3 other women between 2015 and 2018. Speaking to German newspaper Bild in September 2022, he said, quote, "Yes, there were drugs, but I didn't drug any of the women without her knowledge," end of quote. The higher regional court agreed with Yvonne's family and Andreas was ordered to pay for the funeral costs. Judge Steffi Ewald said, quote, "The defendant is sentenced to pay the funeral costs in the amount of £7,337 as well as survivor benefits to the deceased husband and the son on the amount of £8,581 each." Yvonne's 64-year-old father, identified only as Jorgen M., said, quote, "He promised to heal our daughter. Now she is dead. She was very pretty and a patient of his. He operated on her twice for tendinitis. I have to distract myself every day somehow, otherwise I will go insane. Had she died in an accident, we could have come to terms with it, but not with this," end of quote. After the news of Yvonne's death, her father suffered a heart attack and had to have 2 stents implanted. Sadly, I don't know anything about Yvonne's husband and son, but I am hoping they got some kind of closure, and I'm really hoping that they will be able to put this behind them and, you know, somehow try to live a normal life, although I'm not sure that's even possible. In the end, a husband lost his wife, a son lost his mother, a father lost his daughter, and life was lost because of someone who was supposed to help people, to treat people, to heal people. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Please let me know what do you think about the case in the comment section down below. Also, before I go, if you are interested in any of the makeup that I use for today's video, all of the products are linked in the description under this video. Take care, stay safe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!